What's up, guys? Welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies. Today we're doing another action figure review of the Marvel Legends series Cosmo Build-A-Figure Wave, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 Nebula. And we'll also be doing a review over Cosmo because this is the last figure that we needed to build the Build-A-Figure. So we're going to be doing a review over Cosmo as well. So let's look at the artwork real quick. There's a CGI render of the action figure. There's some artwork right here. Looks pretty good so far. And she comes with the most accessories out of all the figures. Build-A-Figure piece and 3 extra accessories. Alright, so that's it for the packaging, basically. I do like the artwork. The figure and 4 accessories. They include the Build-A-Figure part as an accessory. But I wish some of these other figures had some accessories because some of them didn't have any at all. Like Mantis and, let's see, Mantis, Adam Warlock, they didn't have any accessories at all. But, alright guys, so let's get her open and see what she's like. So anyway, I got her posed out like she's getting smacked across the universe or whatever. But all right, oops. Okay, I move my camera around so it doesn't fall over. Okay. All right. Well, here's half the articulation right here. She can do the splits. She can kick up. She can kick back a tiny bit. She's got double jointed pinless knees. Kicks her own butt. She's got a joint right here in the foot. Ankle rockers. She's got boot cut. Nothing in the waist. That's just a belt. You can go all the way back. Or, well, she can go back. She can go forwards a little bit. She can look all the way up with that joint in the middle of her neck because she doesn't have any hair. She can look all the way down, which is a good thing. And she's got a little bit of tilt and everything. Spin all the way around. As you can see, she can move her arms around 360. She's got a bicep cut swivel joint. She's got double jointed elbows, pinless. She's got the in and out on both of her hands, so you can go like this and that. And of course, they could swivel. This one's very rubbery. And yeah, that's it as far as articulation goes. And I just reviewed Mantis. Seems like it was just the last review I did with Kraglin. Okay. Anyways, so let's go over her accessories real quick. As you can see, there's her pistol. It's cast in a silverish gray plastic. It's gray mostly, not as silver as her arm. I'll change the lighting a little bit. All right, and what other accessories does she have? She has the Build-A-Figure piece. She's got this sword that she uses in the movie. I've actually watched the movie now all the way through. When I first started reviewing these, I had only seen like, I thought it was like the first 9 minutes. It's actually the first 31 minutes. I found out she's got this really cool gun. I think this is from the movie as well. It's not Rocket Raccoon's gun. It's not Rocket Raccoon's gun, but it's similar, kind of. There's rockets. But anyway. Alright, so now that we've seen what she comes with, I haven't actually swapped her hand out yet. Comes out really pretty easy. Just gotta give it a firm tug. And it's a really long peg. So she can morph her arm, just this one arm, I guess. That's the only one she does in the movie. Into this. And they do wear these suits pretty much halfway, probably half or more of the movie, I would say. And my friend was wrong. They do not do 7 different costume changes. None of them. I don't know why you even told me that. Yeah, just trying to adjust the lighting, make sure it's bright enough. My battery's getting low though. Okay, so here's the problem. Well, let's see. Let's go over it a little bit more in detail because you might not have watched the Mantis review. But here's Mantis right here. So they're basically the same body mold. Actually, Mantis looks taller for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe because she's... I don't know. Pretty sure they're the same. Okay, well, we'll compare them right now. Obviously, the right arm is different. I was wondering about that part because I noticed it wasn't painted all the way through. I don't really see any differences. Nothing really stands out. So I guess Mantis just has, I don't know. Well, anyway, if you look at their boots now, I honestly do not remember whether Nebula was wearing heeled boots like that. They're supposed to be high heels, but okay. The woman who plays Gamora and the woman who plays Mantis are the exact same height. They're 5'7", and this woman, the woman who plays her, is 5'11". And as you can see, they're about the same height. Maybe it's because her head is looking downwards. But now, if I put her next to, say, Star-Lord, who's like around 6 feet tall, she's also just slightly a little bit shorter than him, which would be right because if you look at these heels, these are like 4-inch heels. So that would make sense. So she should be as tall as, so pretty close to the 6 foot mark. And then you got her antennas, of course. So she should be close to 6 feet, like like most of the team. However, if she's 5'11" and she's wearing 4-inch heels, she should be quite a bit taller than her. More so than what is actually seen here. She should be taller. So either they screwed up by giving her heels They could have just gave her regular looking feet. That's where the inaccuracy is. But then again, I don't remember if she was wearing heel. I just don't see her wearing heel boots when she's already 5'11" to begin with. It would make sense for her because she's shorter. So she should be about almost as tall as Star Lord or Adam Warlock. I guess he's a little bit taller, but I'm assuming he's like about 6 feet tall just by looking at him. Roughly. Here's Drax, who's taller. He's obviously the biggest one. And here's Kraglin, who's also way taller than Nebula. And I think she should be. Anyway, so there might be some kind of height difference there, and it's inaccurate, I believe. I just don't. If she's going to be 5'11", she should have regular looking boots. And I think if she did have regular boots, they screwed up. And that's the first thing you would probably need to know designing these is how tall each person is in the movie, so you can actually make the sculpt and design of the figure. So it's lazy on Hasbro's part, because if she's wearing, okay, let's just assume that she is wearing heels. She's wearing heels. She's 5'11". She's 5'7". So this figure should be almost half an inch taller than that one. It's at least a third of an inch taller. Okay, another problem that I have. Okay, so her little pistol, it does fit in her hand. As obviously you can see, we've already looked at that. We can look at it in more detail right now. But it's a loose fit. It does go in her hand. She can hold it. But she doesn't hold it very tight, which I don't like. And not only that, this she can't hold really like a real gun with either of her hands. So, I mean, what is this? This is just like looks like she's playing a piano or something. It looks like, honestly, it kind of looks like the opposite of this hand. Like, so this hand might be new. So it kind of looks like they gave Romanticist old hands. Maybe these are for the Build-A-Figure. I don't know. It's like they just reversed this hand. Maybe that was done because it's cheaper to do, because they just reversed the mold. Again, they're taking shortcuts. I don't like that. So, and let me show you. She can kind of, sort of, I mean, you can put her hand through it, through this big old hole right here. And you really got to put her whole hand through. There we go, like that. And kind of turn it around. See, I mean, she can kind of, sort of, in a weird kind of a way, hold it, barely. But, and then this hand, if you want to get her trigger finger in there, there's the trigger right here. So you'd have to probably start with that, like that. And then try to... See, this isn't soft rubber plastic like her right hand. This is more stiff. Oh, well, what do you know? Well, it's hard to do when it's on her arm. It's very, because look at that peg. It's just right up against it. So, yeah. So it'd probably still look funny. Also, just by wow. You might want to heat this up, or when you do that, take that out. It's pretty hard to get out. Okay. Let's put this back in here. It's a much shorter peg. Okay, so she can tote it around kind of like this. And the good thing is she has a lot of articulation. So yeah, see, you can't put it, it came out of her hand because it's trying to move it this way, and the butt of the gun just runs into her arm and it just falls out of her hand immediately. So let's try this way. This is what I was trying to do when I first got her out of the package. And okay, so she can kind of hold it this way. You can't really get her trigger finger in there. I just don't like guns where they're so big in the back that they can't really hold it because the handle is, you know, diagonal or something, and you really can't. If the handle was straight up and down, it wouldn't be a problem. But that's gonna fall out too. If like you were to, if she were to fall, it's gonna fall out too. All right, so, and as far as this gun, this hand, I mean, you can balance it on there. You could probably glue it in her hand, but the slightest bump into that and she's gonna drop it because this is a really rubbery hand, really soft rubber. So this is the only one that I paid full price for. All the rest I got on sale, clearance, whatever. And because she can't hold her weapons, because she's not accurate height, it just kind of, I feel like this is the first one I really feel like I kind of got ripped off on a little bit, or that's not worth the money. It's not worth $24.99 plus tax. It's not worth $27.18. It's if if she was $7.49, like they go all the way down to, which I never got any of them that cheap because they sold out too fast. I got her actually for 20 something, and because I got her when they first came out. Drax is the I actually got for $12.49. But we're gonna put them all together here. We're gonna make a team shot so you can see what they look like as a team. But now let's move on to Cosmo, the Build-A-Figure. So here's the part that comes with Rocket Raccoon. There's another thing about Cosmo, though. This is how we see the character in the actual movie. And from what I remember, I mean, I only saw the movie all the way through once, but I don't ever remember seeing this in any part of the movie ever. Maybe it was from a deleted scene, because I mean, I'm sure part of the time they used a real dog. I think most of the time, and this would be very cumbersome to put over a dog's head. It's probably why it's you can't even stick her head in there like that. So I guess I have to take it apart because I already put it together in one of the other videos. That's odd. I guess you have to take the dog's head off. Hopefully it didn't break. Okay, that was pretty easy. So now I know what the ball joint looks like. It's like a needle nose. Okay, anyway, so if you really want to be accurate, okay, so there's two slots here small slot and a big slot, so it can only go on one direction. All right, so I have to move this around a little. It doesn't look right. Wait, where's the dog? Anyway, this is getting weird. I might actually display it without this. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't even wear it in the movie. Or she doesn't wear it in the movie. There it goes, flying. There we go. Okay, so if you try to move this down to a different position, it'll fall off, basically. I just tried it again off camera, and so basically this is the way the dog absolutely has to be. That's the only position you can put that. And you can see it on the box too. So if you want to articulate the head, you can, but yeah, I don't even know why this is there. I don't remember even seeing that in the movie at all. So I might just display it without it. Put it somewhere else. And I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be. This is like a spacesuit from somebody else that they just put on a dog. And they just cut part of the helmet out. But there's the head sculpt. It does look like a dog. It looks really nice. The paint job looks great. No complaints. It does have limited articulation, but it does have articulation. Let's see which one's which here. Actually, it's copyright info on the legs. This is copyright Marvel, Hasbro, SA. 2. Wait, what does that say? All right. Anyway, so these are the hind legs right here. So you kind of feel a little bit of snap. You don't really hear one, but you can feel that it's all the way on there. It's more of a friction-based thing. It's a tail, and it does have articulation. So you can move up and down instead of side to side, which is kind of weird, but. There we go. All right. And it swivels. It's like rockets, basically. Okay. Well, the way it goes together, it does feel satisfyingly tight when you put it on. So here we go. Here's the dog. And it's a she, because I have seen the movie. See, I think this is this backwards. Not really sure what's going on down here. Oh, there we go. Stands up. I guess my camera phone is just too heavy. But so, as for articulation, you got a neck joint here. You already saw what the socket looked like right here. So you got some tilts up and down and all around. Very good articulation for the neck, for the actual dog's head. Like again, right here, right here, right here. Obviously here, here, It's got side to side. It won't go like 360 for whatever reason. It goes up and down, swivels around. It's got articulation there, and on the foot, and it's even got ankle pivot. And then this one's also got an extra joint in the middle, right there. So you'll be able to put this dog in a lot of different positions. There we go. So I just gotta move it around a little bit. Couldn't get that joint to move, but yeah, it's pretty tall too. Let's put Drax next to it, and you can see how tall it is. Here, let me put it this way. I think it's actually taller than Rocket. The head. Alright, and then we got, let's put Mantis back here. Let's get a team picture here. Oh no, I knew that would happen. Okay, so let's put Drax on this side. Let's put Mantis over here. Just lean a little bit up against Drax. Okay, let's put Rocket right here in the front with Cosmo. We got Nebula. The women are a little hard to stand because you got to find the detents in the right spot, and they're really light, skinny, so not real thick and bulky or heavy. And then we got Star-Lord, and then last but not least, we got Kraglin. There we go. And if you've seen the movie, spoiler alert, look away for 10 seconds. We got this guy. Okay, now you can look again. So there's another person that, kind of helps out at the last second. And then another one we have to complete the actual full wave, who's a bad guy, at least in part of the movie, Adam Warlock. So there it is right there, full entire wave. 8 figures altogether, and he was half price. He was $5. He was half price. She was full price. She was $20. He was $17.49. Actually, she was $18.49 with my points. Drax was $12.49, and then Cosmo technically is free when you buy all of them. Alright guys, so overall I love the wave, but there are some inaccuracies like the stripes. Just like I was saying in that last video, every single one of these guys with the blue, even Raccoon, the red is supposed to go all the way down into their boot. I don't know why they don't. I guess they cheaped out on paint, or maybe they didn't see images of what the costumes look like that far down. But then again, how would they know what kind of boots to give them? Maybe that's why they gave Drax and Star-Lord their old boots from their old figures. And that's why they have pins in their knees. And I'm very surprised that this guy is not pinless. He's got the newer articulation in the neck. But then these are pinless, and they have the old articulation in the neck. It's the same with Drax. Star-Lord, I don't believe does, though. No, Star-Lord doesn't. But anyway, overall, I like it. I think there's just like Hasbro always does, there's always some kind of problems, but and mainly because they put them out or they start making them, like 2 years before the movie comes out, and then by the time the movie comes out, things change, or at least that's what they say. So anyway, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And our next review will probably be Black Widow, the Target exclusive with the extra articulation and accessories. And then we'll be moving on to the Captain Marvel wave, which I already have 4 of the ones that I need for the Build-A-Figure. I just need 2 more. All right, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.